Danimalic, it's time to show. Fragrance talk, it's time to glow. Not so famous, but I know. Got the sense you want to flow.
Could've been famous, but had a blue shiesty. Ran through the spot, smelling good, guess who it might be. Looking at you, girl, like yo, she looking wifey. Said smelling good, I'm talking to this whole nicely. I look in her eyes, I think she tryna bite me. Like, oh, I think she like me. Bass no slow down, like the backstabbers tryna knife me. What up, chat? Yo, I said, what up, chat? Scent of the day, but I ain't even hit the cage yet. PM still ringing, I ain't even hit the stage yet. Spit so dope, he ain't even got a string yet. Solid so dank, man, I ain't even had the rank yet. Oil so dark, but I ain't even got a stain yet. Set so strong and I ain't even dropped the atomizer yet. That if I did, I'd explode. Drop the bottle, reload. Sight to be told. And now I'm cruising down the road with the mask on. Got my music while I blast on. Who is that with the magnum? It's not so famous YouTuber, but I can still get a whiff that should last long. Shout out Nosy the kid on Av, what up? Fat boy Mac, let's get it. Joey Cannoli, 69 in this bitch, what up? John C and Jared Miller and my boy Joe rinsed up, keeping the streets clean, haha, let's get it, what up? Gem Celicazo, suits on silver, come to the lot where everyone's a winner. Brian B and Bilbo, y'all don't rock with me, could write a deal, ayo. Colin, Mommy, Mel, get at me. Paul Terrence and Kicks Griffey, the 850 plus subscribers that rock with me. Vincent, I swear your Mikey dance, all y'all I see, you down in the chat, hitting that like button like hitting the lick. So shoot or you might get hit. Spacing with the bullshit, and he don't miss. I let off a full clip. Let's get back to the list. Sean Jason pushing a V. Maybe an M3 spell Supreme. A JD, Gian Hernandez, DWJ. Okay, cause K's a different breed. That's Bumpy, stay spraying. Shout out to the boss, Ross, William, and Taffy. J, that woman don't play. Best name in the game is Dan, not the man. Killing it like the son of Sam, goddamn. Y'all tweaking, can't forget Dame Dollar. All genre bops, chilling with boppers. This flow's a whopper. Well done, how to your way. Stand auction, man. Damn, I see you with my man's Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease. Full retail, no lease. A son, I'm a beast. Collarbone, got the wolf packs out. And my best friend Leo, rocking the Desert Eagle. Street safe, but not legal. $12 clay and silk. Shout outs to Mary with these flags, they got to be good. Boxing sense from stage, having a KO. We got general giggles. Ladies dance to this track. Let me see you wiggle, wiggle, just a little. Scott drunk, dunked up to duo shit. Cali at they fire. Telemundo. Laura, I see you watching, and that goes for the whole damn man from his crew. Hit the like and the subscribe. Let me hear you hootie hoo. Can't forget my man, Bossy and Circle for life. Yeah, let's get it. Not so famous, live stream is started. Because big thoughts gotta be dreams. I start this show set of the daytime or maybe it's night. But if you in my chat, shit, it's gotta be right. Salute.
Welcome to the show. It's time to go live.
We're going to get right into it. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. We are going a little late. You know what it is. Shout out to Jerry. Showing up, rocking that LV Imagination. Beautiful spring fragrance. We got Scented Paradise in the building. What's up, Mark? How you doing? He had a live earlier today. Shout out to you, bro. Hopefully you can make it. Gian Hernandez in the building. Shout out to you. MZ. It's a fragrance stream. Shout outs. We got No Mercy Percy in the building. He is rocking that bergamot from Imperial by Genre Parfums. Bergamot's so beautiful during this time of the year, especially if it's done right. That, you know, especially in the morning, you spray it up and just kind of wake up. We got Kicks in the building. Shout out to Kicks. Kicks got his own thing going on his channel. Check him out. He's been on the show before. Anytime you feel like dropping in again, man, you got the link. Let's see what we got. Have a good stream. Yeah, Joey's doing his karaoke thing right now. Typically, I don't stream this late. Get chill for a few shout outs. All right, we're going to get into it since I got a guest waiting in the back and all that good stuff. We got some stuff to talk about, so let's go.
Welcome to the show, yeah, it's time to go live, it's that time to reload, yeah. Frog talk on the low, so let's go, not so famous and we bout.
We got Krista Canadian saying it's karaoke. Yes, it is. Shout outs. Joey is singing right now. I have him playing in the background. Guys, don't miss Joey's Wednesday streams. You like music, if you can sing, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs. Wednesday, hit him up. As you can see, we got some Bodicea here. Gonna be talking about them. I have not smelled three of them. I waited for the live stream because like I like to spray with you guys and get my first impressions and all that good stuff. So I was waiting. I was like, come on, guys, let's go live. So today's the day to do that. We got Danimal back. So interested to see what fragrances he has that he wants to talk about. It's just gonna be a nice, chill, laid back stream or whatever. So we'll get into it real quick. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. I think we're good. So welcome Danimalic back to the stream. Let's go.
Lights out, flashing neon glow. Heartbeat sings with the bass below. Bar swing open, feel the heat. Club 69 where we all meet. In the boom, boom, room we lose control. Shake our bodies, free our soul. No rules, no cares, we're in the zone. Club 69, our second home.
What is up, man? I don't know why my picture's blurred out, but shout outs. I look like I'm in the witness protection program. How you doing today, Dan?
Good, man. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
All right. Man, you always got the best songs. That's what I always wonder when someone does like a fragrance channel. Where do they pick the music and then make it fit, like all that stuff? So is it pretty complicated or no?
It's not that complicated. I do write it to make sure that it's specific to whoever is going to be on, so that it's not some generic. And then I listen to it, and I pick out like usually it's about 30 of them, 30 songs to find one of them that sounds decent enough to play. I don't want anybody coming on here with some bull, you know what I mean, where it just sounds whack. I've heard a lot of music and it just sounds, like generic and just really whack or whatever. I try to make it specific to the people. I still got to work. I still got to work on a proper song for you. That day, I think I checked out maybe like 30 or 40 of them. Just trying to get the right one or whatever. So the Boom Boom Room Club 69, you already know. But yeah, I had a couple of them that they just didn't work out. But I'm gonna get you a song that works or whatever. But you excited about the fragrance stream today?
I'm always down to talk fragrance.
And you got something in the mail yet, or are you still waiting on?
Still waiting to see if it's going to be delivered. It says by 7, but you know how they do. Sometimes it's a little later.
Well, hey, I know how it is, man. If you get a notification saying that Eduardo left his package outside or whatever, you better hurry up and grab that package, man. We can stop for you, so make sure you get that package or whatever. But let's get into the fragrance talk real quick. All right, so who do you want to go first, man? It's whoever picks, goes first type situation. We can do that. And then why you picked it? You know what I mean? This was kind of like a last minute thing or whatever. As far as like we don't really have a plan, but we have a number. This isn't specific to seasons or anything like that. We're just going to be talking about some fragrances that maybe recent pickups or just stuff that we love. It's going to be niche, I believe, right?
Yep.
Doing niche today, so just let me know if you want to go first. You want me to go first, so we can do it. Let me know what the bottle is so I can pull it up so we can do that whole side by side thing going as well.
I can go first actually, and I have one ready just because I actually purchased it almost by mistake because I thought it was a flanker I was getting, but I got the original. So if you want to pull it up,
yeah, let me pull one up real quick, and then we'll be in the same room, same time type situation. This is one from as you guys saw in the chat from Bodicea, and this is one that I was interested in for sure, 100%. Let me just go to a different menu real quick. You will be muted in this menu, but just to show the people a little bit, this is Ice Twist from Bodicea. This is one of their limited joints. Let me actually unmute you just in case we go back or whatever, so now people can hear you. But yeah, this is one that I was interested in. It seemed like it would be a nice spring scent. One of the guys that I saw did the review on it. He broke down damn near the whole house. It seemed like he has hundreds of Bodicea bottles, and he ranked them. But he ranked 25 of them. This one came in at number 6, so I was definitely interested in that. So let's go to guest share real quick so people can see both of us, and we'll get into it real quick. Get this thing sprayed. I like to do the spray on camera, so we'll do that. For whatever reason, if you look at the level on this, it looks a little low, which is weird. This is came straight from Boadicea, but first spray. See, there we go. Oh, I definitely fruity. I like this. This seems like it'd be good for the springtime from what I got in the air. This one has like a raspberry thing going on to it. Have you tried anything from the house yet, or no? Let me get
Not
back to us real quick. Not yet.
not yet. I'm interested. I was interested in Harmonious. I mean, there's a few of them that look interesting, but Harmonious because it has that tie to like do your own parfum, or that's what I've seen and heard. But a more, like a with like a boozy element to it, because I wouldn't want a direct clone or the exact same thing. Because what's the point? I have several backup bottles of do your own parfum. So
Yeah, this is nice. It's kind of different because I'm getting fruits, but I'm also getting like an aquatic type of vibe to it, and it's kind of bright.
yeah,
I'm gonna spray some more of this real quick. Little sweetness going on to it, but aquatic and fruity. I mean, I think that kind of is right up your alley. You know, we both live in hot climates. Got a little bit of green nature to it. Let's go into the main accords. We're looking at fruity, aromatic, sweet, fresh, green, aquatic, woody, and citrus. So definitely seems like it'd be something good for this time of the year. I like it.
that's, that, is it comparable to like? I'm not saying like smells like anything in particular, but is it in the same wheelhouse as something like what is it like Pacific Chill, or is it something different?
I would say in a way that it feels like it's got some molecules going on, like some synthetic type of vibe going on. I would definitely put it in that type, especially for the like the time of the year. But
Yes.
but it's doing its own thing. It's just smelling it. I can't say that this smells like, because I don't think I've smelled anything that has like that raspberry type of vibe with the aquatic going on behind it. But I do like the mix. It's different because you wouldn't expect like raspberries and aquatic going at the same time. And there is a little bit of green I'm picking up, almost some ambergris, kind of in the background. So it's got a little bit of that, you know, where it's not just clean. It's not going to smell like an eternity or something like that. It's really nice. I think the sweetness is done really well on it. I don't know as far as projection and everything how that's going to go, but you know how it is when you take this thing out in the heat. And that's one of the things that I definitely want to do. I want to take this thing on a hot day and just spray up and see how it works. But I'm glad I was able to get my spray in front of everybody. I'm not crazy wowed by it, but I'm definitely intrigued by it. I'm loving what I'm smelling, but I'm not crazy blown away or anything like that. But it smells beautiful and it smells different, which is nice because if I said, "Oh, this smells just like," then at that point it's like, "Oh man," you know what I mean? That redundancy thing. This is definitely not redundant, and it smells really nice. Let's go check out the notes real quick of this fragrance. This one is 2022 launch, I believe. Yeah, 2022 launch. It's got some booze to it. And see, this is kind of different. Juniper berry, rum, and cognac. So that's kind of like it sounds like a crazy drink. Red berries, which I think this brand so far, I'm getting red from everything that I've smelled. I got red from Bodacious, I got red from Defender, and I got red from this. So it's kind of cool. It's one of the reasons why I looked at this one and I was like, okay, well at least I know that they do red berries nice. Um, so it's got citron, strawberry leaf, juniper berry, that rum and cognac mix. I'm not picking up a crazy boozy fragrance at all, which is another thing that I enjoy about the house when they do have that rum or cognac. It's not overpowering. It doesn't smell cheap. It's just kind of like a slight accord. I wouldn't say
You
that
know,
this smells like a drink. It smells more like a fragrance. It doesn't smell like an authentic. I can't pick up like, oh, it smells like this type of cocktail or anything like that. But then again, I'm not really a drinker. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the one thing it made me think when you said red berries, and it's like a fresher fragrance, and I've never smelled this brand, but I remember seeing that brand Acro.
Acro, yeah, yeah. They make bake and wake.
Yeah, and they have one called Smile, which I think has red berries, but then it's supposed to be like a citrus or something fresh berries. So it kind of gave me that like that mindset, even though I haven't smelled it.
Yeah, that one probably doesn't have the watery type of vibe to it. I don't think this is kind of a mix of some things that you wouldn't expect. I mean, when's the last time you saw like a watery type of fragrance with rum and cognac in it? It's different, and it looks like the raspberries on the base, and that's probably gonna continue with that sweetness. And then sandalwood is gonna be nice and creamy with the musk, because musk is it's beautiful in this time of the year. Let it kind of waft off you. It's good. It's a vibe. I'm in my musk mode, not like those old school musk from the '80s or whatever, but the new shit. I'm into
Yeah,
that. So we got vanilla and amber. So yeah, I got high hopes for this fragrance in the heat. It smells beautiful off skin. I'm not picking it up from where I am here to where my arm is. So as far as projection goes, I'm not really getting that. But when you wear a fragrance and it's super beast mode and it's an aquatic type of fragrance or it's super fruity, it a lot of times it's way too much in the heat. So this might be perfect in the summertime. We'll
yeah.
see.
That are like the fresh or the aquatic ones that are beast mode. It's like it's too much of the ozonic or the aldehydes or something. So then it becomes like it's all like you said. It's too much. It's not supposed to knock people out when it's fresh. And then you have like Sauvage and things, which isn't really aquatic. But I mean, you could tell like if you overspray that too, it's like damn. It's yeah, it's a lot. So I'm sure the projection and the performance is right where it should be for what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. And it's air conditioner. I'm in an air conditioner environment right now. I could just tell you it's not a beast mode, but up close it smells really nice. So we got Set in Paradise back. We got Empty Sense here. A lot of these people, Chris the Canadian. You know what I mean? It's always nice to be at a place where you see people that you're used to seeing. You know what I mean? And you've been in the community long enough to where when you see certain people, it's like, oh, this is from a fragrance chat that I go to or whatever. We even got damn coyote up in here. You know what I'm saying? We got a coyote sighting. Let's see. Mr. Clark is in the building. He is rocking that paraphrase perfume soft woods. That sounds really nice. That'd be one that I have to check out and see what that one's about. You can let the people know in the chat, Mr. Clark, what you think about that fragrance. I'm going to snapshot that because I'll pull it up later and see what's going on with that. That one sounds kind of nice, man. What do you think? Soft woods? That sounds good to you?
Yeah, I mean, I like woodsy scents too. It's funny. Speaking of, the first one that I grabbed is definitely known for being a woodier scent. I mean, one of the main notes is sandalwood. I don't know if you want to pull it up or not, but the one I'm
Yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about is going to Montclair Poirot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the brand. I feel like it's
I
made its way around. But it's it's
Montclair
made its way
Poro.
on discounters, things like that. Now, while you're pulling it up, the funny thing about this fragrance is when I first bought it, I was trying to buy the flanker called Sunrise Porom, which is like a mishmash of the blues. You have it's like part Coach, a tad bit of Sauvage Elixir, a little bit of YSLY. It's like a mishmash of that stuff, but I would say it's like the best version. Like I like that one a lot. So I was trying to buy another backup bottle, but I didn't. I forgot about the Sunrise part, and I saw it because it was the same seller I bought it from. So I just put it in the basket. And then when I got home, I was like, what the hell? This guy sent me the wrong bottle. Then I looked at the purchase because it was on eBay, and I'm like, oh, nah, it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. So
Mm,
I rate it, and I was kind of worried at first because what it gets compared to a lot is Santal like 33, and I'm not a
okay.
huge fan of that. Like I like sandalwood, but with that whole like pickly or whatever vibe, I kind of get some of that. But to my surprise, I sprayed this just a little while ago on skin again, and it's nice because that sandalwood is there, but it's not that pickly thing. There's something darker. It feels like I wouldn't say pencil shavings because I don't know. I don't think that's obviously a note in here, but it smells nicer. It doesn't have that just sandalwood like effervescentness. It's sandalwood, but other darker aspects of it. And so it's a lot nicer. And I kind of lucked out. So if I'm ever in the mood for something in that wheelhouse without having to worry about that pickly or whatever smell, this is pretty good. So
Yeah,
I kind of
that's That sounds really nice, man. I have seen that bottle before, so I know it's been talked about. Shout out to Scott Aromatical in the building. We got Senate Paradise, who's rocking Boadicea 1907, which he's been liking. Boadicea. We got Jarrell Dudley in the building. A beautiful scent. This is the guy that put me on to Nishane Colonnades years ago. Shout out to you, Jarrell Dudley. That is a beautiful fragrance. Very punchy. I'm sure you've tried that one. Have you checked that one out? The
That's a
Colonnades.
great.
It's beautiful, especially for this time of the year. We got Bossy in the building. Shout out to Bossy. Love it when Bossy's down here. It looks like he's rocking Wood Symphony, which is an Amouage. I love those bottles that are in that particular line. Royal Tobacco. That it's almost like got like a granite thing going onto it. I gotta check that out. We got Rafan in the building. He's been under the weather. He's rocking High Shivat, beautiful fragrance. Hopefully you can smell that and you're not just, you're sick and you're like, well, I'm still going to spray because I do that. If I can't smell, I'm still going to spray or whatever. I'm just getting the people in here real quick. Mr. Clark's talking about the fragrance he's rocking. Rose de Mai, balsam fir, juniper berries, olibanum. Sounds resinous, vanilla musk. That sounds really nice, man. I got to check that one out for sure. Jarrell saying awesome frag. I'm gonna get into the notes real quick of the fragrance you're talking about, and I'll just keep them up here for the people while you talk about it.
Yeah, so I definitely get sandalwood. I can't see what it says. What are some of the other ones? Because there's a darkness to it, which is
I'll I'll break it down for you real quick. Top notes are green notes and clary sage. Classic, perfect for this time. The pine, so it sounds like almost like it's got fougere aspects to the top. And then sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, and amber. So it gets kind of dry, creamy sandalwood, amber. What do you think about it? How's the longevity and all that good stuff as well?
it's definitely ambery. And there's cedar too, because I was like, it's something else besides the sandalwood. There's another woody note. So I definitely get the cedar, but I think that's what makes it change is the amber, because I don't think the original Centol 33 had a ton of amber, if any. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. But this changes and it gets more ambery. So maybe the amber is what smooths it out, kind of. So it's not just a straight up Centol 33 clone. So it makes it real nice. I sprayed it a little while ago. It's still pushing off nice, and the thing is, this was maybe about 30 to 45 minutes ago. I've
Mm-hmm.
worn it once or twice, and I do get maybe about 7 hours ish, which isn't bad. Seven, like 8. I mean, where you can still detect it, where you don't have to bury your nose into your arm to smell it. But yeah, the amber smooths it out for sure and kind of changes it a bit, so it's more of like a hybrid versus just like a straight up Centol 33, inspired. Which I'm happy. I wasn't trying to buy it.
Yeah.
I fragrance to begin with, but I'm happy that the mistake worked out.
And I have Santal 33, and I don't pick up too much pickle from it, but I think they have some issues with their variations, who mixed it or whatever. They do it in house a lot of times. We got Autumn Clark. I know you know this lady down here. She loves Royal Tobacco. So do I. Definitely not the time for it for me. It's a little warm for me and Danimalic to be rocking that, but that is a beautiful scent for the winter time for sure. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's a good one, man. So we're gonna
I
get
might have,
into another Boudicca. What was that?
I might have heard a doorbell, so if you want to carry off with yours, I'm just gonna step away,
Oh,
mute
that's
myself for.
perfect timing, man. We'll get into it. All right, so I'm gonna get me full screen real quick. We're gonna talk about another Boudicca that I purchased that I have not sprayed yet. This one is called Heroin. Shout out to Mikey Densmore. You guys know Mike. Uh, he reviewed this fragrance about 4 years ago. Cool little bottle, whatever. We're gonna pull up the notes and all that good stuff. I'll show you. I'm not gonna show you how it sprays anymore because you guys, I mean, these bottles are the same. And then let me know too, guys, if you guys already seen my first take on Defender and Bodacious. I can grab a couple different bottles that I haven't sprayed yet because I have sprayed those. I just wanted to have the house kind of lined up here, um, for you guys. So I'm gonna go into my screen share by myself real quick since he's doing his thing. Um, let's see, get this thing on skin. I'm gonna keep it away from the other one so we don't cross contaminate. Get my take on this fragrance real quick. I'm gonna see if it comes to me first. I can smell it in the air. So unlike the twist, I can pick it up right now. This is really nice. I'm getting like floral, like white florally type of vibes to it. Um, this is gonna have iris in it for sure. It's got a sweetness about it. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Um, so this is gonna be floral heavy, straight florals. Um, this is nice. I like this. I like this a lot. One of the fragrances that I sprayed recently that gave me the type of vibe from it, Autumn Gets Pickle from Scentown 33. A lot of people do it. I'm wondering if it's their bottle or maybe it's just their nose picks up that pickle type of vibe. Um, I recently sprayed Apollinia from Xerjoff, which is a new acquisition for me, and it was the same type of like white florally vibe. This one seems like it's a little sweeter, and I'm picking up almost like a purple floral with some powderiness going on. The sweetness on this is so addicting, ladies. If you were interested, this would be a perfect fragrance for you. This is called Heroin, and I'm loving the opening so far. I'm sure that there's probably going to be like a lactonic, maybe vanillic dry down. Just thinking about the composition of what I would expect from it from the opening. I'm not really picking up fruits, but I am getting a nice sweetness off of the background, and it is pushing really nicely as well. Scent of the Night is Cruz del Sur 2. Shout out to that mango. That's a fragrance right there that if you wear it, depending on the weather, you're gonna smell something different each time. Sometimes it might be too much. Sometimes I get like oud almost in that fragrance. Then I get mango. It kind of changes and bounces around, and it's not necessarily if it's the mid, the base, or the top. It's literally just changes depending on your environment. So very very nice fragrance. That one's kind of lactonic as well. All right, let's get into. I'm interested to see what they got going on here because there's a lot of florals I'm smelling and it's sweet. We are looking at violet, beautiful floral, orange and bergamot. I'm probably getting the sweetness from the orange. The bergamot's brightening everything up. You can get a lot of sweetness from bergamot as well. Jasmine, so there's the white floral, some rose. I'm not really picking up much of a rose aspect from it. Nothing that I can pick out quite yet on that. And vanilla, musk, orris, and vetiver. That's what I wanted to the dry down to be like. That's what I expected it to be like. I can't wait to check this one out and see the longevity. Spray it on clothes, go outside. I can see myself rocking this in the fall time. I can see myself rocking it pretty much all year round. I don't know if it'll necessarily hold in the winter. It doesn't seem like it's that type of fragrance. But as far as like your spring, summer, fall, I think this would be a perfect scent that you can rock to work. Completely unisex. I think it might lean a little bit more femme. But I'm glad that I got this. This is a nice acquisition right here. And it doesn't smell just like the Xerjoff that I was talking about, which I really do love as well. But I do want to kind of see, what they do in this particular weather. Today it's not bad. It's about 78 degrees, which is a beautiful California day. I'm sure most of you agree. 78 degrees, you really can't complain about. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's doing its thing. So that is that beautiful, sweet floral fragrance that has like a purple thing going on to it, which I think is the most attractive thing that I'm smelling right now. The thought of the purple going on with it just it really it's really working. So that is heroin. Guys, check discounters on these Bodicias. They are not cheap. Ice Twist. Eh, that's one you can get directly from their website because you can't really find that on too many other spots. I don't think there's really many discounters that have that. It's not a crazy expensive one. I think around that 270 price point. Heroin you can get for a really good deal. I think in the $220 range. And I think it's well worth it for that. That's a nice sweet spot for a beautiful fragrance like that, something different. There's a day that I'm gonna say I want to smell like this, and I will definitely grab that. So Beautiful. Hopefully, Dan's back. We'll see if he is or not. If he's not, then we'll get into the chat. Oh, there he is. I can see him. All right, let's get back to us real quick. All right, did you happen to find any magic outside?
I did, and I'll introduce it as maybe like I know we picked five, but maybe I can throw it in as like a special mention just because of
Let's
situation.
go. I'm down.
Um, so that was heroin that you talked about, right? From Odysseus.
Yes. Were you able to listen to it while you were out and about, or you couldn't
But
hear it? Oh
I
man,
did,
so
and
nice.
I've heard good things about that one. That's one of the ones I forgot how I got on that rabbit hole for that one, but it came up as some fragrance. I don't know if that I forgot what I was looking into, but like they're saying this one smells like it's like the apex of that. Like, damn, had me interested.
I didn't even see if there's anybody that said that it smells like something. I didn't pick up anything to where I'm like, well, it smells just like this. It looks like we have a couple different fragrances. Some of them feminine. Let's see if there's a high ranking. There's not a high rating one. So when there's not a high rating one, like where it's like thumbs up to thumbs down ratio isn't like killing, then at that point it's just, hey, there's something in this that reminds me of kind of like I said about just the orangey powdery nature from Apollina. It's kind of cool. That one's supposed to be like, you're on the moon type of setting or whatever. Really cool fragrance. This one's definitely sweeter than that. I really like this. I think a woman would smell amazing rocking this, and I know I'm gonna smell amazing rocking it as well. So shout outs. We got Mr. Calvin in the building. I always say free Mr. Calvin. Shout out to Mr. Calvin. Stomach issues, I can still smell perfectly. Shout out. That's a good thing. Let's see what if we're missing anything. Scent of the day, Cure Musk. Um, what's the weather like out there, Circle? I think Circle lives on the East Coast, so I'm sure it's a little cooler for him. But it looks like leather and musk. Now, if it's running on that suede level, I love some suede. I can definitely see what's going on. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. We got Jacob in the building. What up, fellas? Not feeling the niche scents this week. Scent of the day, Versace Pour Homme. We were just talking about that last night. I'm sure you caught that stream last night, right, Danimal? Were you in the chat, the fragrance stream? You can't go wrong with Versace Pour Homme, man. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. That's a fragrance that you could spray straight out the shower, a nice warm day. Beautiful fragrance, man. That one got a lot of love. We talked about a lot of niche the other day, but we did talk about designers. We do love our designers. Go ahead, Dan.
Gonna say with Versace Pour Homme, there's two fragrances. Like I don't recommend wearing stuff to an say thank you. Wearing fragrances to an interview. There's two that I would wear and one spray under the chest each. So when you're around someone, it's like a taste, a hint of something because you don't want to be knocking people out at interviews. And on top of that, you don't know what their taste is, so it could
Yeah.
just like whatever they'll go off their feelings how they feel, and it's like even if you're like qualified whatever, they're like all right whatever no. The two that I would say is Versace Pour Homme and YSL L'Homme. That's the only two I would say. Just spray on your chest once and then I mean on the inside, not on the outside, and then they're clean and safe enough where it's not like something that's going to be intrusive. But some people say don't wear anything during it, which is fine too. But if those two usually going to be okay.
YSLY EDP, you got to spray that one inside. That thing will get out and choke some people out. But at the nighttime, if you guys are young bucks, what I'm saying, you're at the club or whatever, that smells beautiful with a nice breeze if it's a cooler day. But that one is strong, the EDP.
Oh, I said L'Homme. YSL L'Homme, not a Y.
No. And I'm saying why that I'm saying add that one to the list for sure. Because that one can be glowing in the heat for sure. They do have the O Fresh, which I really like. That one is discontinued. That one you can spray on the outside and be good, where you can kind of spray up, still get the same type of vibe. Or the EDT, you can kind of get it. It still pushes though. But yeah, I know what you mean by that. It could be a little much.
I think with the EDT, you could do the same thing because that one's not like as dense as like the EDP or any of the other variations. So I think with
Yeah.
the EDT, one shot, and you smell clean, and you're not, yeah.
And there's two different versions of that one. I currently have the newer version after they cut out some of the stuff that I guess isn't good for you or whatever. They changed it up. Which version do you have?
The original one because I
The
got this
original
couple
one.
years.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think they switched it up 2.5 years ago or so. Something like that. It looks like in Baltimore it's 70 degrees. It's perfect weather. So um, I'm gonna take a look at that one as well. You know, the chat's always wearing something nice. You know, the cool part about these fragrance streams is the chat will put you on to things that they're rocking. You know, they're bouncing from chat to chat. You know, a lot of the fragrances that we talked about. I said something about this one, the ice twist. This is one that one guy, fragrances and food and frags or whatever. He put it as number 6 on his list. So I mean, he's got a gang of bottles, and you know, some of those bottles are up in the $1,000 range and all that good stuff. So you know, if somebody's got a collection like that at Bodicius and he puts a number 6 out there that I'm interested in the notes, I'm gonna cop it for sure. So you got the next one, right? It's you now. Let's get
Yeah.
it.
Go with one from Nishane. This one's got a little bit of hype. It's not one of their main ones like Ani or Hachivat, but I looked at the notes and I watched some reviews, and it's supposed to be like a woody scent that's very pleasing, very like I don't want to say gentlemanly. It's like a masculine scent, but it's not dated. Like you said, we're talking about stuff like I don't want to smell like the 80s or 70s or whatever. It's not anything like that. It's modern. And it kind of gives me a sense of, well, I'll show you what I'm talking about first, so we can go from there. It's Papi Lafico by Nishane.
Nice, highly
This one,
rated fragrance.
it's like a nice woodiness. And almost when I smell it off the cap, I'll spray it on me too. So I can revisit it. I've worn it maybe 2 or 3 times because all these fragrances I'm showing I've accumulated within the last few weeks/months, so relatively new to the collection. Oh yeah, this is nice, man. This is like there's woods, there's a bit of sweetness. I'm not sure if there's some kind of fruit in there, but there's like some type of fruits. It puts me in the vein of like not the same smell, but like Egypt's from Eight and Bob or maybe Chanel Allure Homme, the original. If they had a hint of
Nice.
fruit, they have a hint of fruitiness to them, and then yeah, man, it makes it so much more interesting. A touch, just a touch of I would say powdery, but very very nice, man. Very almost like an addicting scent in a way. It's very
Mm. Now that's one that gets talked a lot about in the community. Is that something you just looked up and you said these notes I'm rocking with, or is this something that somebody recommended and you've heard it enough times to where it's like, yeah, I gotta check and see what this one's about?
combination actually because I've watched a couple of reviews. I think one of them was I think it was maybe Tazo or somebody that did it, and then a couple of other reviewers that I looked at, and I was like,
Dedrick's talked about that one a good amount. Yeah, yeah, that's a nice fragrance. It's been around for a while. The main accords of this fragrance, just for the people, aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, warm, spicy, lavender, herbal, fresh, amber, um, conifer, which is I guess coniferous, mossy. And I'll pull down the notes while you continue to talk about the fragrance real quick.
yeah, it definitely has some lavender, so it comes off clean but not soapy. It's not soapy at all. Very woody, uh, almost a little. I don't know if it's ambery, but it's definitely there's something there that gives it a little bit of warmth. It's probably good
Warmth, yeah.
warm spicy, so that would make sense. But yeah, man, it's just like that. It puts me in a space. It would be in that family. It's not a clone by any means of any of those other ones that I mentioned. So if you have Egypt by Aiden Bob or the original Larome, it's not going to be redundant. Or even like I think Sushi Imperial from Bois 1920. It's kind of
1920, yeah.
that same kind of wheelhouse. So if you see a connection or a tie-in between those 3 or 4 scents, it's definitely in that house. So, but I like it. It's different enough. But man, you could wear this
Yeah,
to. Sorry.
I'm looking at it right now. That cardamom and lavender with the green going on with the citruses. It definitely seems like something that you would rock maybe 30s and up. Smell kind of gentlemanly, classy. And Nishane does amazing with their fragrances. I have not got my nose on this one, but this one has been in my cart many times. You know how you add them to the cart and then you end up going something else, and it's like, well, they're out of stock on this. I like to shop at the same place and get what I need from that place, and then maybe the next day I'll go to a different spot and get what I need from that place, and then so on and so on. But if they're missing something, I don't like to do that. Oh, I bought this one from here, this one from here, especially with the shipping and things like that. You know what I mean?
So yeah, man, it's. I think I'm sure you'd enjoy it. I don't know if that wheelhouse of scent is like your favorite. It was kind of like whatever. So I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's really I'm not sure to sell it to you, obviously, but I enjoyed it from first spray. You know, it was very like you said. I agree with the fact that it's like maybe 30, at least like late 20s to 30 and up, and I would say even like you can rock it with whatever, but at least like maybe like a polo shirt or something. It's a little dressier. It feels like it. Like if I wore it with this shirt, I'd feel like it's just like the shirt's like oh someone walks by and they're like, "What's that smell?" And it's like oh it's just that guy in that blue T-shirt.
Yeah. And that's the thing about this channel, man. You know, there's no affiliate codes or anything like that. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're interested in what the chat has to say. You know, hopefully you're interested in what we're talking about. It's Frag Talk. It's a place to go and just relax. You know, it's a little different over here as far as some other places that you might go to. It's a different vibe. But yeah, that one sounds like a good one. And that one, like I said, I've already had it in my cart, so it's already one that I've been eyeing. I love Nishane, man. They make some really nice fragrances, and they tend to last. And the way that they do, like you said, amber, even though this one didn't have amber in it, um, they do a great job of that amber. That vibe is a kind of like a part of their DNA, you know, with their fragrances and cardamom and with Ani, and you got cardamom from the same house. I could definitely see that one being a really nice one, and you know, I've heard nothing but good things about it for sure. So
I'll say this though because I have so the couple I have from them is this one, Papi Lafico. I have Ani. I have the one called Ege or Iggy. I don't know. You said it's a blue bottle, the fresh
the
one.
blue bottle, the light blue, yeah.
I also have what's the coconut one? Fan your is it Fan Your Flame?
Fan your
Yeah.
flames, yeah.
This one, man, like honestly, I don't. I know he gets a lot of hype. I like this one either just as much, even more, and like it's definitely not less than. So I like it a lot. I like that profile.
Rafon's asking, have I ever tried anything from Noble 1942? I was just talking about that late yesterday. I have not checked anything out. Nectar olfactive. I have not refined. And you follow me on Instagram, so if there's something I need to get my nose on, you know, I'm definitely one to take that advice and run with it. So if you got something in the tuck that I need to know about, let me know. Speaking of in the tuck and what I need to know about, perfect segue. We're gonna get into my next fragrance, which was recommended to me. Um, this one is recommended from Duck 212. He hit me in Instagram and said that I need to get my nose on this. He said that he has a 10 mil. He showed me his 10 mil and he said that he needs a bottle of it. So I'm going to get into that one with you. I'm going to pull it up. First, I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to spray this thing on skin. Oh, man. That heroin is so beautiful. Yeah, so far I'm not I can't complain about this house at all. The only one that I've tried that I was just kind of meh about was Consort, um, which to me smelled like Aventus. It's got like an Aventus opening. It puts you in that mind space, but then it quickly changes into like more of a like heliotrope type of um, powdery woody type of vibe, and it just sticks like that through the whole time. Didn't last a crazy amount of time. I sprayed the whole 2 ml up just to get it. If you order from Boadicea, you are going to get Consort right now. If you order any 10 ml, 50 ml, or 100 ml, they're going to send you the 2 ml. Beautiful packaging when they send it out to you. Really nice. I opened these bottles last night because you know how boxes take space, so I wanted to open some stuff up. But we're gonna get into the fragrance that I'm talking about now. The reason why it really perked me up, not just because Duck said I need to get my nose on it, because you know when somebody hits me up and they say this is one of those ones, my ears perk up. Then he said that it smells like one of the fragrances that I absolutely love, which is Montebaco Intensivo. I don't know if you've got your nose on that one.
I haven't yet, but I know that line. I know Verano got a lot of hype over like the years, past few years. So, and I've heard of Intensivo for sure, but I haven't smelled it.
Yeah, I love Intensivo, man. It's a tobacco fragrance, but it's done in a way that me and you would be able to wear tobacco in the spring or even summertime and get away with it. It is airy. It's got a mountain air note to it as well. It smells very synthetic. It smells chemically as far as like man-made. So it smells like a perfume. It's not really realistic, which I'm not saying that's necessarily a negative thing, because there's a lot of times where fragrances or notes are just, they're not something that's something natural. It's something that they kind of put together in a, you know, some scientists came up with molecule this, molecule that. I think that one has ambroxan in it, and it's a heavy dose of ambroxan. A beautiful fragrance that I would easily rock to a wedding. This one is supposed to be like that, uh, So I'm all about it. This one is called Night of Love. Beautiful green bottle, similar to green sapphire. Matter of fact, it's probably the same exact bottle as green sapphire without the green sapphire in the middle. Originally, I think this one came out, it was like $995, and then the price jumped down to 886 or so. Um, you can find these on discounters in that $500 price point. You can find them for 450. I found a stupid deal that I almost thought was fake on Fragrance by Canada. And I said, "Oh shit!" When you find those deals and it's like this price shouldn't be that price. I was gonna buy it the day before for 500. I ended up picking it up for like $368 plus tax. So it came out to about $400 or whatever. So I have high expectations for this fragrance. The 50 ml of Intensivo will easily run you about two something, low twos. And I recently picked up Montebaco Cuba, beautiful fragrance, and Montebaco Rio. That's how much I love the line. And those last two I got were 88 mLs, but that 50 of Intensivo, it will run you 200 plus, maybe like 210 or so, 250. I think I bought mine for like 250. So this is 100 ml. And if it's supposed to be like that, I'm down. Even if it's just on par with it, it's 100 ml of a profile that I love. So I'm done gassing it up. Maybe it smells like ass. We're gonna find out right now. But I trust Duck, 212. So shout out to Duck, man. Hopefully you're watching. Hopefully you watch this later. I'm gonna pull this one up. This one's called Night of Love.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of big catalog, so I haven't heard of this one before.
Yeah, so this would be my first spray of it. Get it on a good spot. I love this particular part of the arm right here. I don't know if you have the same type of experience, but the pulse points that you have right here, it always lasts a little longer. It always gets a little warmer or whatever when you come back to it. I love spraying this spot. So I'm gonna save this one for this fragrance. I'm gonna see. Oh shit. I can smell it in the air already. And I'm definitely picking up those vibes. This is beautiful. I get a little bit more greenness. I'm not even putting my nose next to it. This one's definitely gonna push. It smells smooth. Um, there's tobacco in here. There's a lot of green going on right now. Foresty green, like you're walking through the forest type shit. Not like Christmas tree, but like you're just sitting there and like, the soil's kind of dark. Let's see. It's earthy, man. This is damn. This is good. This is great, man. And man, you know what? I'm gonna put you on screen real quick because I'm going to grab Montebaco Intensivo. I'm just gonna do it side by side because I have to. So say something to the people while I'm getting my shit.
Yeah, man. No, I'm interested in that one. I'm interested. I heard of. I think it's called Aqua Sapphire. I'm sure that'd be a great summertime one. I haven't smelled any Bodicias yet. I'm not sure if they carry them at Saks and Neiman and those places because I've been there and I don't know if I've scoured all of those department stores to see. I've seen a lot of fragrances and smelled a lot, but I haven't seen Bodicia anywhere. So, but yeah, they sound like they have some really good ones, and their price points vary so much. They go from like 1,800 to five. These like 250. So they were like definitely on the scent.
So this is Intensivo right here. I'm gonna spray it in the same beautiful pulse point that I love to spray, so that there's no advantages being taken from one to the next. I'm not picking up Cuba, Montebaco Cuba. I'm not picking up Rio from this. I literally am picking up Intensivo. So if you guys are interested, that they are different fragrances. Montebaco Rio definitely has a fruity thing going for it, and Cuba I believe has like a beautiful tea going on. This one smells more synthetic. Um, it's not reaching me as much. I like to wear Intensivo on a warmer day to get it to push, to get it to come out. Um, it's really nice. I'm getting more woods from Intensivo, which I didn't really pick up too much before. It's been a while since I sprayed it, but I'm picking up some woodiness going on with it. What's up, Montrese? How you doing, bro? Montrese in the building. Shout outs, 10 piece trees. Saying what's up to everybody. Um, this one is more of like you're thinking about a forest. It's damp. It still has brightness to it, but it's not synthetic bright. It's not almost like it's manufactured as much as it's just an authentic type of vibe, like you're walking through the forest. Um, so beautiful, man. They're both beautiful frigates, man. I could easily see myself grabbing and finishing that one up, killing that bottle, and then and I need a bigger bottle, man. 50 ml is usually not enough for me. This is probably enough since I have so much fragrance, but you know, it's a profile that I need to keep spraying, man. Beautiful. You can't go wrong with Intensivo.
Is
They're
is
different enough.
it in the same family? Like I was mentioning before with the Nishanay de Papilafico, how it's kind of like Eaton Bob. Is it in that same wheelhouse, or is it totally different?
Yeah, so it's gonna be more. I would say that it's going to be more like the Eight and Bob, yeah, that type of vibe to it. Which there's another fragrance that's similar to that I needed to get my nose on too. And then there's what is it? The original?
The original Eaton Bob, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the one that comes with the book. I think they call it the book or something like that. Classy fragrances from that house for sure. Let's see, we got Joel in the building, Rafan in the building. Let's see what Rafan's talking about. I have a few on my wish list, Spence. So second half of the year, I'll be acquiring a few. I get that. Starting with Noble 1942 Cafe, uh, Shantan. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, the whole chat. Keep me updated if you guys find something. Joel was talking about a fragrance you talked about last time. He's been talking about it for a while. That was that. Was it Leisure in Paradise or which one did you have? From that
From which house?
house, Simone and Andrade.
Oh no, it's a Malibu Party in the Bay. I have, so it's like the
Malibu
one.
Party in the Bay. Yeah, that's another one that he was talking about as well. And there's one that I'm interested in that house. It's called like Marble, something Marble. It's a darker bottle. It's supposed to feel cold and stuff like that. I'm interested in that for sure. This is so freaking beautiful, man. They're different enough to where I'm almost getting more of a dry, if you think about it, like a drier tobacco on this one with the ambroxan and all that stuff going on. Whereas I'm getting more of a damp style, not something that's been lit or anything like that. Just the tobacco leaf. I'm getting more of a damp tobacco that's laying on the floor in a forest after the rain with the sun hitting it and warming it up. That's the type of vibe I got going on. I can see myself wanting to smell more synthetic and rocking the Intensivo, just like I can see myself wanting to be more authentic with it, with the Night of Love. Beautiful fragrance, 100 ml. I think it's worth it to me. I mean, these prices are up there. You know, I don't necessarily recommend everybody just buy like I do, but I enjoy what I do. It's not for YouTube money or anything like that. It's not to be, fancy with it. I'll rock cheapies, everything under the sun, just like you do. That's the reason why I wanted to have you come on more often, is because your collection is kind of like mine. Where we started doing one thing and we still enjoy it, and then we got the designers on deck. So if I tell you about a designer, and then the niche stuff that's coming out, and it's like, oh, have you heard this? Have you heard this? We can bounce back and forth off of each other. So shout out to you on that one, man. But I really like this fragrance, banger.
And I agree. That one sounds really interesting too. I mean, all of the ones you got, I can tell. I can't pinpoint your taste to one thing because it's pretty diverse. Like I'd like to think mine is, but sounds great actually. And like you said, we started on certain themes, and we go back to them. Then we discover things along the way. So it kind of fluctuates, like taste, like anything else. So speaking of something we discovered along the way, we talked about Baccarat Rouge, the X straight. So the next fragrance I'm gonna grab it kind of it gets compared to this wheelhouse, and I've sprayed it. I smelled it once before, and when I first smelled it, I was like, "What the hell?" And it was like, it definitely didn't have that exact BR clone thing, which I'm fine with, but it was almost a bit challenging. So when I started reading reviews and videos about it, I was like, not a, there was some mention of it, but not a lot. So I found it for a good deal, and I picked it up because I did like the profile. And I sprayed it again, and I do like it, but I would say it's definitely not going to be a straight baccarat. Like, when people smell something like, pineapple, guaranteed Aventus, even though it's not. So with this one, it comes from the house of Bond number 9, and it's called Tribeca.
Mm. There's a woman that I don't know if he still talks. I'm taking a screenshot of this. This is meant for you as well. Joe has a recommendation for us. Shout out to Joe. It looks like Les Noblesse, Essence, Mirage, Exotic. And then we got some blasphemy in the chat over here from Christine talking about she recommended me something, but I deleted it. That's bullshit. I don't delete nobody's nothing. What are we talking about here? Sheesh. Tribeca, Joe Anthony had a friend. I don't know if he still talks to her or whatever, but that was her number one. I don't know if you remember who I'm talking about. I think she's Asian.
I think I know her. Does she have a channel too, or is she just working fragrance?
She did have a channel. I haven't seen her pop up in a while, so I don't know if she still does it. But that was her number one. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. You can keep talking about it while I'm pulling it up.
The crazy thing is, this gets like a lot of fragrance nowadays get touted as unisex, and but people say this leans feminine. So there's a note in here. You get the stuff from like I don't know if it's the saffron or there's a bit of that spun sugar that's in baccarat, but there's like a almost, and I don't want to put people off, almost like a pissy like doesn't smell like piss, but I mean there's something a little animalic in there. And when I remember looking at the notes, I don't remember any animalic notes, but it could be like the floral becoming really animalic because when I smell it on me, okay, I get a hint of the baccarat, but that animalic is just as much there, and it's not. I wouldn't say super, but don't go into this thinking this is like a Mancera short actual regular BR 540 because it's not. This is a big time twist.
Yeah, that's one of the things too. So Christine says she has a sample of Tribeca, and it reminds her of BR 540. And there's nothing wrong with the fragrance reminding you of another one if they veer different from each other, if they have their like, you know what I mean? Like out of these two, like I said, Montebaco Intensivo and the Night of Love, I can easily see myself grabbing for one because I want to be a certain way more than the other that day. And it's nice to have an option for both of them. Even if you just get decants, smell however it is you want to smell like to the tea. And if you haven't got that tea yet, then buy what you need to buy, man. It's a beautiful hobby if you enjoy it and you love it, and you should smell exactly the way that you want to. And I like to blind buy as well. So do what you do.
This, I mean, I do like it, but like when you smell it on you, there's like I don't. It's almost like if there's a honeyed floral or something. Where you know how honey can be a little animalic sometimes.
100%. Not like an Orm. I don't think Orm has as much of the animalic going for it, but something like all the Queen's Men from what's that brand? Fort and Manley. It's got that animalic honey going on to it. So yeah, I 100% agree with you on that.
I know it's not honey because I don't think there's honey listed in here, but it's definitely one of the florals or something. There might be a musk or something. There's something in there where it's like you're not gonna
Now
smell.
I'm
As
cheating
the
real quick. It says caramel, and I could see caramel ambery type of thing giving that honey vibe.
yeah, that might be it. And there's florals too, right? I'm sure there's some kind of maybe yellow floral. But
Now, Coyote says that it's a more everyday office friendly version of BR 40, which makes sense about what you're saying about it. So, as far as it being something that, BR 540 can be a little.
I mean, BR540. To be honest, I think BR like I don't know if I mean I guess they can be worn to the office, sure, but I'm like I think BR540 is just because it's a little since it's sweeter. That might where she might be like, well, this is it's not as safe as Tribeca. I'm telling you, man, Tribeca there has something in it. Like it's almost like like you said, like maybe it's like caramel. There's musk. Do you want to go through the notes or through the
Yeah,
profile just to see?
let's
And
get it down there for you. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too crazy. Got a top of hazelnut and cacao. I love cacao. Cacao pod is amazing if you smell. It's kind of weird, but I enjoy it. It's one of those addicting things. Jasmine sambac, some cedar, ambroxan, caramel, and moss.
maybe it's the moss. Maybe it's the moss and the jasmine sambach how they work together. Because I was saying a floral. That's the only one that seems to come up. And maybe it's the maybe sure. But I mean, it's good. It's just don't go into it thinking like I definitely think like scent wise, if you put the people like this fragrance profile to someone's nose, the original is going to be a lot safer for sure. Not this is challenging, like a challenging wear, but you'll get that off the top. And the only reason I say that is because when I first smelled it, I thought the bottle was bad because it was like a tester in Nordstrom or Saks when I smelled it years ago. So I smelled it again recently, and I'm like, no, that note's still there. So it's not a bad bottle. It's just it has that moss that's in it too. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not going to smell funky or anything, but you'll notice a difference from the original to this. But I still like
Yeah,
it. It works well on me. That's way more challenging. So no regrets. Good pickup. Now, before
no,
you go to your while
no,
you go to your next one,
no
grab my
regrets.
charger real
No
from
regrets.
the
Now, chat.
regrets.
No regrets. Now, chat. I'm gonna ask you real quick while he's doing his thing. Did you want me to talk about the ones that I've already talked about, or have you heard about them before, or have you heard me give my first takes on them, which is Defender and Bodacious? If you want me to go to something else, since I've already smelled these are my first wearing experiences on them. Um, then I can go to something else. And to be honest with you, I don't even think I've taken Defender or Bodacious outside. I've just sprayed them at the house or whatever. So we can do that again, or I can grab something else. Let me know in the chat. Gian just posted, Christine, I'm putting you on blast. Mr. Calvin, Joel's in the chat still. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. If you want, I'll grab two fragrances that I have not sprayed yet, and I can go over those, or I can do a rerun on those two. I just wanted to have the same house here since this house is relatively new to me. Let me know. Dan's back. It looks like so.
You just fix the. You can still keep talking. I'm gonna fix the camera a little bit. I'm just trying to adjust the charger.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the chat a little bit for them to answer my question. Make sure the chat is still here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button or whatever. We'll have some music for them while we wait. We'll do Jared the Bishop Miller while we wait or something like that. Let's see.
Am I
I'll
blurry on your
find.
end, or is
You look fine. It's June. I can say that you look fine. Not saying nothing. Yeah. Let's see. I know Mr. Calvin's laughing in the chat right now. Let's see. Let's do nosy while we wait. Let me turn my music up. That's what it was. Remember, chat. Let me know. Let me know if you want me to grab something. What you have? Question mark. I'm gonna grab some fragrance Dubois. If you choose those, I'll grab two fragrance Dubois, and then we could talk about those. If you choose that, or I can go to the House of Javoy. Let me know, chat, what you want to do. Let the music play for we'll give them 20-second break. We'll call it a music break like Juan does. Shout out Fatboy Fragrances.
Lavender and lime, scent so fine, turn minutes into time. My name is business now. He's got the dirt pulled up in the hood, fresh with a floral and some herbs. I'm peeping all that you be speaking.
Not yet.
I see that I saw it. I've done this all before. It's a game of chess, got the pawns and rookies on the floor. Peeking through the pines, the neighborhood spy. I'm peeking, don't be acting shy. Stay sprayed up, cedar and sage. Scent so fine like a magazine page. Minding his business now. He's got the dirt pulled up in the hood, fresh with a floral and some herbs.
The chat's lacking on me right now. I'm gonna grab two new bottles. Talk about something real quick while I grab these bottles since I talked about these already. I think everybody in the chat Bossy, shout outs. Bossy just came through clutch. I'd be interested in Javoy. So I'm gonna just put you on here real quick. I'm gonna grab some Javoys real quick.
All right, cool. Um, no, I mean, I haven't tried anything from Javoy. I've heard of some of their fragrances, of course. I've looked at some of them, but I don't know which one I'd go with. It would be a good starter one. It obviously depends on taste and experience with, like, what your scent profile is, what your wheelhouse is. But I don't know. I've heard of like Incident Diplomatique. I think that's a popular one, and a couple of others, but I've never got my nose on them. So I'm kind of interested to see what direction they go in. I mean, it might be a versatile house, like a lot of them, with different portfolios, different scent profiles, but
Yeah,
just depends, I guess.
100%.
Which one did you say you're grabbing?
Let's see real quick. I'll let the chat decide. I only sprayed one of them and I rocked it all day and I loved it. This is 21 Conduit Street. So I already got a wearing experience out of that one. Very similar to Roja. Burlington 1819. Beautiful fragrance. I've worn that one already. Fire at Will. Shout out to Sally Knows It All. We got Remember Me. So another one I haven't sprayed yet. And this one I've been hearing about for years and years. This is Psychedelic. So yes. Chat, you can let me know what you want to rock. We got Joey Cannoli in the building. Shout out to Joey Cannoli showing his support. We all love Joey Cannoli, shout outs.
Always.
Let's get me back here. Let me make sure this is up real quick. Joey Cannoli, Club 69, shout outs. Normally we don't like to go live when Joey's live, and I try to stay in his chat as much as I possibly could and show support and love and all that good stuff. Joey knows. Danimal had some things he had to do, so we went later. It's my day off type shit. So it is what it is. I think we should make this a normal thing, Dan. You know what I mean? Where when you get some time, you let me know on a Monday or Wednesday, and we get it going, because we got a lot to talk about. So chat, let me know what you want me to rock. As far as, or you want me to talk about next. What's your thought on Psych? I tried it a long time ago and it's really good. Okay, we'll start off with Psychedelic. I'm just gonna spray it on skin and get into that one. So this is from the House of Javoy. I unboxed these already. Like I said, I wanted to make some space. Beautiful bottles, man. Classy bottles. And so far, I loved what I've sprayed from the house, which is 21 Conduit Street. Hopefully, this one is a banger. Let's get this thing on skin. There we go. Good amount of sprays going on over there. This is gonna be a patchouli fragrance. Let's see what we get from it. Ooh, almost like a caramelized patchouli right off the rip. The sweetness is there, but there's still that dirtiness in there. I'm really liking the opening so far. It's different. I do like when they add sweetness to the patchouli. I think that's an amazing way to go about it, because it's kind of like a juxtaposition of dirt and sweet. This is dense. This almost seems like if you were digging soil outside. If you guys, do your flowering and all that stuff, that soil, that kind of thing that you pick up with some sweetness. I'm getting some kind of like caramely type of vibe from it. Not heavy, but something in that vibe. It might be this sweetness mixed with something else. Tonka bean maybe doing something like that. Let's pull this one up real quick for the chat. Javoy doing Psychedelic. Here we go. All right. Main accords on this fragrance: amber, amber sweet, patchouli, woody, warm, spicy, vanilla, balsamic, musky, earthy. I'm getting earth right off the rip. Powdery, a little bit of a powdery vibe. Rose, that'd be nice to pick up a little bit of that rose. kind of put me in the idea that I'm outside working, planting some new flowers, that type of vibe to it. So if you guys have ever, planted your own flowers or trees or anything like that, you guys know that type of dirt vibe that you get after. I wouldn't say right after a rainy day, but it's kind of moist or whatever with a nice sweetness. It's got something kind of weird going on. I'm picking up almost like a dense, like chocolatey patchouli type of vibe to it with a little animalic going on with it. It is nice. This would be something that I would like to rock in the fall time, on a muggy day. I think this would do the job because, like you were talking about, you said the fragrance when you rock Tribeca, when you walk by, somebody would be like, "Oh shit." I think it was Tribeca you were talking. It might have been the Montclair, but you said, if somebody walked by, they're gonna pick it up and it's gonna be like, this is different. This is not something that you'll find at a Macy's at all, 100%. And if you're rocking a fragrance like this, you could tell that you weren't outside gardening, but it's giving you that type of vibe. It's intriguing enough to where if you're dressed really nice, they know you weren't out there gardening, you're not doing your Walmart shopping or whatever. I can see this one being something that gets somebody's attention, that makes you, sets you apart, especially on a muggy type of day, overcast when you wake up in the morning and you can barely see on the freeway type of vibes.
Right.
Very, very nice opening. So let's get into the notes breakdown real quick. See what we got going on with it. Citruses. I said it's kind of bright. You're not going to pick up the citruses, but you might get a vibe from it being kind of a little sharp, a little opening. Citrus is going to be something you see often. Don't expect to get like a fresh squeeze lemon or anything like that. It's not going to be that. The patchouli is definitely there. Amber, and amber, I said something about caramel. I mean, we talked about that earlier. Some labdanum. Yeah, it's it. Geranium, rose, vanilla, and musk. You might get some type of a leathery type of vibe, like a really light type of leather. But the main thing I'm picking up here is the patchouli and the sweetness mixing together. And you do pick up some floral aspects to it. I could see the vanilla and musk working really well in the dry down. I can't wait for this thing to dry down. It seems like it's going to be a dense fragrance. I had no issues with the 21 Conduit Street when I rocked it. So as far as performance goes, I haven't had any issues with the house so far. I don't expect that from this one. I would say that this one will probably be one that you don't want to overspray and just kill everybody. Um, Christine is saying like Angel Mugler. I don't have Angel Mugler. Um, so I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you on that one. I'm sure I've smelled it on somebody before. I know it's a popular one that females like to rock. Cocoa patchouli vibe for sure, 100%. Um, like a cake. It's dense. Um, Another nice one, and like I said, it wouldn't be something that I would rock just whenever. It would be a situation, and the situation that I painted would make me want to smell like that, and that's the things that I like. I like to rock something that's going to put me in the right space, So shout outs. That's psychedelic by Javoy. I do enjoy the opening. Can't wait for the dry down. Go ahead.
Nice that when you're like, because you can have stuff that's situation specific, but it's still wearable versus something that's super artistic. And you're like, I don't know how to wear this. You know what I mean? It's like to quote it best from our friend Joe Anthony, aka An Average Joe. Go check him out. He was like, I get I get like the artistry, but I don't want to smell like a ancient castle, a gargoyle statue. You know what I mean? It's like I want to be able to actually wear it. So it's good that it's unique, but wearable still.
Yeah, 100%. Now smelling these, I kind of been in getting what I thought that they would do, and that first one that I sprayed, the ice twist, is definitely on the lighter end, and that I already kind of figured I need to rock that one in the high heat. So I'm not gonna judge it too much right now off of the first spray. It is nice. It is light. It's sweet now. It's sweet raspberry thing going on. Um, this is freaking fire. Shout out to Mikey Densmore, man. This heroin is like that. It's like that heroin. So And you already know that I'm digging that Night of Love. So far so good. We got another one from you coming up, so let's get it.
All right, let's go. So this next one, man, when I smell this, this one did get a lot of hype too. I mean, I don't even know if I need to say that all the time because a lot of fragrances get hype, right? Unless we're like, you know, breaking something out that's underground or hasn't been heard of before. But this brand is very well known. A lot of bangers from it. So when I first smelled this, I heard I think Bowtie talking about it, and other people too. And I was like, man, it sounds interesting. So I picked it up, blind bought, like I do a lot of my stuff. And I was like, man, it smells really good. It was sweet. It was ambery, a little mysterious, woodsy. Um, Not something you smell all the time. I don't know if the DNA is original, but it comes from the house of Initio, and it's called Blessed Baraka.
Shout outs.
So,
I'm gonna pull that one
man,
up while you talk about it.
I don't know if there's any type of wood in here, but there's something that gives it a little bit of like intrigue or mystery to it. It's not just some basic woody whatever. It's very alluring, slightly sweet, almost like just a tad waxy, but in the best possible way. Um, Man,
I've heard of the wax actually from that. Matter of fact, I think it might have been compared to crayon. Like no,
some,
it was chapstick. I think chapstick.
yes. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. But man,
Now,
this is
Christine loves that. Bless Baraka, Alberto Maria. She shouted him out. She said Angel is heavy on the patchouli and cocoa, so it's she's asking does it give that same vibe. I'll have to check that one out. That one is highly regarded. The uh, Angel
man, this
joints.
is definitely not a hot weather fragrance. In fact, obviously, but it's good. I just want to keep smelling it. It's that's why I bought it because that's one of those ones you like it's like a like / highlight love when you just keep smelling it over and over and on your wrist or wherever, or just take the cap off and smell it. But yeah, man, I think
Thank you
there's
for hitting
amber. There's
that like button. Somebody just hit the like button. Shout out. Go ahead.
um, definitely hit a sweetness. I think amber. Man, it's hard to distinguish what notes. I'm sure we'll cover them here, but a little darker, nothing crazy. No. I don't think there's incense or anything, but it's just a very alluring scent. It's one of those ones where people are like, "What is that?" or "Who's wearing that?" type of thing. I think it's very good.
I'm I'm looking at the breakdown right here. Can you see the breakdown, or you want me to just run them off?
You can run them off because it's smaller, so I
Yeah.
I'll,
Dan's currently on his phone. We tried to set up the computer earlier. We'll get that set up. The breakdown of this fragrance seems like it's very very easy. So you got amber, which you talked about, sandalwood, so maybe some creamy woods. Blessed Baraka, I mean sandalwood, musk, vanilla, and white florals, which they call white flowers.
okay. So vanilla is coming from, or the sweetness is probably vanilla, maybe a bit of amber. Um, the musk is maybe that intriguing thing where because it's not a dirty musk. I think it's like a cleaner musk. It's not. No, it's not musk therapy. It's not that kind of like fresh, almost laundry style. But it's man, it's super interesting. I think it has to be more notes, and maybe it's one of those ones where they don't list all the notes. But I get all that in there too. The florals are very light. It's not like how I was saying in the Tribeca where you kind of get a bit of that, which I think was the moss anyway. But yeah, it's this would definitely be a good one for man. We're just
Man,
yeah,
I love
it's good.
fragrances, man. I can't wait to take these on a run. And that one has been highly regarded, kind of like you said. I think EQ talked about that one a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you got that from him, but there's a lot of people who like Blessed Barack. There's some people that it's not really high on their list, but that's just how fragrances go. Um, but I've always wanted to get my nose on it. I haven't really messed with the House of Initio, not yet. I'll probably do a discovery set on that one because, you know, I'm not really like, oh, I need to get the. I just want to, get my nose on it type of situation. I usually will go for the bottles, but that is one that I had high on my list. I still do. So nice
Yeah, I
choice.
think you like it.
Yeah. are you got to be rocking something today, right? Because are you spraying these as we go, or
I did. I sprayed a couple on my arm. I'm running out of room though, so I mean, I make it. But yeah, today I actually went. Purple Label by Ralph Lauren. I just had it close by, and I kind of wanted that style of Bleecker Street. They're
mm-hmm.
close, a little different. I think maybe a little more lavender in one versus the other, if that's the thing. But they're both really good, so I went with that today.
You get a grape soda from that?
No, not really. I mean, I could see, I guess, how people get that, but no, because there's this old. Have you heard of Jack Bogart? Those fragrances like that silver
Yeah,
percent line. One of
yeah.
those reminds me more of soda. I think actually most of them, like the regular, the intense, and even maybe the white one. But yeah, I get more of that from those than this, for sure.
Nice. Shout outs. Let's see. We got Christine. She said Oud for Greatness is in her top five. That's another one that I think got people into that house.
Yeah,
Talking about that Oud for Greatness, and then they have a Neo version, which I'm interested in getting my nose on. It's supposed to be a freshy version of it.
not
She
that one.
says it's like Oud for Greatness meets balmy, waxy incense and spices. Intriguing scent indeed. As far as what we were just talking about, that Blessed Baraka.
Yes, that'd be a good way to put it. Yeah, for
How
sure.
many more fragrances do we have? We still got a couple
I
left.
got that fifth one because we did five right, and then that one that came in the mail. I wish I can open, and that's it.
Okay. So let's get into another one from me real quick. I'm just gonna grab a random one that I haven't sprayed yet from Javoy. We'll go with Javoy again. So let's see what I grab. We would do Remember Me.
Remember me? Okay.
Yeah, this one's a lot clearer juice than that other one that we sprayed. I still have two spots on my skin.
Yeah.
That that psychedelic is so strong I can almost smell it when I'm sniffing over here. But I'm gonna spray as low as I can with. Oh, you know what? I did hit that Montabaco as well. Matter of fact, those two would be a nice little mix together if you blended those two together. Smelling the Montabaco and the Night of Love, they are definitely brothers, at least damn near twins. A little bit different, but they're really close. So if you guys like that Montabaco Intensivo and your bottle's running a little low, Night of Love at $400. I'm sure that Montabaco Intensivo, if you were to get like a hundred of that, I think they do 125, they do 88s, and then they do 50s. Um, I mean, kind of pick your poison. If you're interested to check something a little different out, like I said, that one's a little bit more damp, but still really nice. So we're gonna go with this one. This is Remember Me from the House of Javoy. First sprays, first impressions, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
here we go. Get that thing wet. See if it comes to me first, and then we'll go from there. Let's get the both of us on here real quick. There we go. Okay, I'm picking it up a little bit. Oh, it's nice. Spices. The spices on here are beautiful. It's warm. Fall vibes is what I'm picking up from it. It's sweet. Maybe a chai latte type of vibe. Very lactonic. Something that you would want to like if you man, I would say perfect for like a Netflix and chill, a date night. I can see this thing killing on man, this is really nice. Um Almost like a Bianco latte, less spices, calm down. That's just what I'm picking up from my head. I think Bianco pushes a little bit more. I think this thing has more of a different type of spice to it, which is why I said like chai tea. If you've ever had like a warm chai tea, I like chai tea boba. It's a colder drink, but this reminds me of like a warmer chai tea, which I don't typically drink, but I do like the comfort of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is really nice. Almost a little bit honeyed. Not in an animalic way. But there's a sweetness from it, and there's definitely sweetnesses in that I get from Bianco Latte, which I haven't sprayed in a minute, but that's another fragrance that I would put in the same type of time frame as far as like Netflix and chill. It's the fall time. You want to smell something that, because I could see somebody wanting to be close to you in this type of fragrance, wanting to smell your neck type of vibe. So let's pull this one up real quick and see what I remember me. Remember me. See how close I am, or remember me. Let's see. Citrus. Well, once again on that citrus, it's really high up here. I didn't pick up too much citrus vibe. Lactonic for sure. I did pick up on that. Vanilla I picked up on. Warm spicy, fresh spicy. And that, like I said, it's not, I don't want you to think of it as like a spicy fragrance. A lot of times people say spicy and it's really not that spicy, but I would get fresh spicy on this one, but it's still warm. So warm spicy, fresh spicy, kind of like a juxtaposition of them both working together. So it's not going to be something that's going to, be too spicy, but it's also there. It's prominent. Aromatic, fresh, green, woody, floral. Gotta have some florals in it, your boy, right? So let's see what we got going on as far as the notes go down. Cardamom, the most beautiful, sexiest spice you can possibly find, in my opinion. Cardamom is just so beautiful. Lemon and bergamot, which probably makes that cardamom be more of a fresh, spicy type of take. Tea, ginger, fragapani, so that the yellow floral, lactonic with that milk, vanilla, woody notes, and cedar. This is definitely one that I would put high on the list of something that if you had a date night.
Yeah,
this could easily go on a list like that. We'll see how it goes as far as the dry down. Sometimes when you have a fragrance like this that's lactonic, as the fragrance goes on, it kind of becomes sour milk. So hopefully we don't have that type of situation. And that sweetness just comes out and the vanilla takes over. The spices kind of calm down a little bit. The woody and cedar. I can see this really working well if it's something as the dry down happens. It could be magical. And I like to let people know too, because there's a lot of people who spray a fragrance for the first time and they'll either give it a score or something like that. I don't rate fragrances. I can only give recommendations and tell you what I think would work in certain situations. I'm not here to rate a fragrance, especially off of the first spray or the opening of the fragrance, the first 5 minutes. I can't tell you don't buy this, because I've had fragrances that I spray that smell like shit right when you first spray them, and later on they become the most beautiful scents that you can possibly dream of. And that happens a lot with fragrances that have a lot going for them, a lot of notes. They kind of go up and down with the wearing experience. Or I've had fragrances that I'm like, damn, this is the best opening I've ever smelled in my life. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, where the hell did my fragrance go? And it's not just me, because if I ask somebody else, it's like, hey, can you smell this? Oh, it's light. I can smell a little bit of it. So those things are kind of disappointing. But so far, this thing seems like it's going to stick around. It's kind of sticky. Kind of like if you spilled chai tea on yourself and it dried up on your arm. Have you had chai tea before? Is that something that you've drank?
Yeah, I don't drink it regularly, but I've had it many times in the past. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too. It's not something that I normally would go for, but I've smelt it enough to say that this is a beautiful scent that makes you it makes you feel comfort. Kind of like when you're a kid and you get that what is it, hot chocolate? You got the whipped cream on top of it or whatever. I'll still go to Denny's and get that hot chocolate every now and then if I feel like it's.
Hey man, we like what we like.
We like what we like. All right, so we got another one. Let's see if what we're missing in the chat real quick. See if we're missing anything. Let's see. I think I have one here for both of us too. Let me see. I'll find it real quick. Here we go. See if we can both be in the chat at the same time. There we go. See what we're missing. Now you could probably see these a lot better than you were able to see the other ones. So it looks like they're going back and forth with each other. Created a monster. Joel and Christina going back and forth with each other. Eminem's the GOAT. So we're having some rap conversations. Keep chatting it up in the chat. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I don't care what you guys talk about. It's always good to have that interaction. Shout out to the chat. Let's see if we have any fragrance talking here besides Eminem, because we're not going to talk about rap on the on the channel. That might be for another stream. We keep it fragrances for the most part here. Let's see, Canadian maple syrup. All right, we're good on the chat. So we're gonna go back to you and see what you got going on for your next beautiful fragrance. Shout out to your choices so far, man. They got me intrigued. That's why I rock with you, man.
Yeah, yours are interesting. I like the Javois, and I mean Bodicea especially. I mean that house. I gotta get my nose on one of those at least. Um,
Yeah, and
so
hey, don't sleep on these Javois either, man. These Javois are doing this thing as well. So definitely beautiful. Go ahead.
the next one it comes from a house that's really hyped in the last few years. I feel like I'm saying that with every fragrance, but this one's usually sold out. I mean, you can still find it on fragrance net places, but it's always like 300 plus. So I found it under two, or just like at two. And when I sprayed it, I was a big fan. And it comes from the house of Unique Luxury, and it's Mango-nificent.
Shout outs.
So this one, it's summer, and this one's been kind of getting a lot of hype in that mango realm of things, and it does smell like an overripe mango. It's juicy. It's not like a green mango leaf or some part of the mango. It's the actual mango itself, like the I guess the essence or the inside. But the thing with this one is it a I can't say if it's a safe blind buy or not. I mean, people will enjoy it, but as much as the mango is there, the rose is a big supporting player as well because I get rose in it too, and it's not grandma's jammy rose, so you don't have to worry about that. But when you smell it, it's like playing like backdrop right to the mango too. So there's mango, honey, rose. I forgot what the other. There's some green notes, which is probably maybe from the mango, but fruity, definitely um, fruity fragrance. Summertime. I mean, depending on how hot you get, you can. And I know it's fruity and you think summer, but it's like this one's really dense too because of the supporting notes in the background, the woods, the rose, whatever else is in here. So it's like in high heat, it might be much because this does last for a mango scent. This is like I wore it to work the other day, and it was like, damn. After 8 9 hours, I could still smell it easily without having to like bury my nose in my hand or wherever I sprayed it. So, um, very good. But like I said, don't like you still have to like rose because you'll get it in the background for sure. It's not gonna be just
Yeah,
touch. What do
I
you say?
love rose, man. I love rose. Rose is a beautiful note, man. And a tropical, sweet rose, fruity, woody, honey, powdery, floral, fresh, spicy, patchouli. Now, this is one that Juan doesn't like. This is one that Tazo enjoys a lot. I'm interested in getting my nose on this. Me and Juan's taste don't always match up. It is what it is. But he's got some really good choices as well. It's just we don't always match up.
Right, and then I don't know if it's like a thing now, and I don't. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but when you smell mango, people maybe might associate it with like God of Fire or something right away, and it doesn't smell anything like that. So it's not
Yeah.
redundant. But I could see maybe that like the rose being in it, since it is like the backbone of it of the mango, like backbone of the mango, for it being like off-putting maybe to like one, like you said. I don't know all of his. I don't know his taste, but it's definitely not like some beginner mango scent. But that being said, you can wear it easily if you smell. I mean, not that you have to have a super advanced nose for it, but
He does enjoy mango and fragrances. He's a big fan of God of Fire and that type of thing. I think when Juan spends a certain amount of money, he expects something. He's a big doer guy and all that good stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I'm into that I buy, he'll be like, "Oh, I just get the doer version." There's been times where I told Juan, like I like Queening from Mind Games. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't like that one." I said, "Oh, you got a bottle?" He's like, "No, I smell the dual version." I said, "Man, you can't smell the dual version and tell me you don't like the mind games or whatever." But shout out to Juan, man. I need to get him back on the channel, man. He's doing a good job over there. Fatboyfragrances.com where the customers are, right? Shout outs.
you know what's funny? On a side note, I smelled Queenie recently, and I did like it a lot too because that coconut, whatever's in there. Because I smelled a few fragrances at some of the like Nordstrom and Saks and Neiman, and that one stood out to me. I was like, man, this is really good. You know what I mean? So I know exactly what I like that one
Yeah.
too because it doesn't remind me of it because one of my favorite scents is New York Nights by Bond Number Nine, but it doesn't smell.
Mm.
It doesn't smell like that, but it has some of like the creamy aspects and a bit of not New York Nights doesn't have coconut, but it kind of put me in that vein of like a little gourmandy type of thing. It was really good.
That's for Duck right there. Shout
Who?
out Duck. Yeah, Duck 212, man. He's the one who put me onto that fragrance. We got Nosy Neighbor in the building as well. Gian Hernandez is popping through or whatever. We've been talking about a lot of fragrances, guys. So for sure, check the replay if you come in late, so you can see what I got my nose on today. See what Dan's got his nose on. Speaking of the mind games, that checkmate has a really nice mango in it as well. And yes, it does give you that Aventus type of vibe, but it's that green mango and it lasts. And that's another one that I'll probably be rocking in the summertime. But yeah, as far as this line goes that you're talking about, Unique Luxury, they have a new fragrance out in a blue bottle that looks similar to what you have in your hand. I think it's called Riv or something like that. Um,
Ocean River or
Ocean
something.
one, yeah. Ocean Riv. I want to get my nose on that one. I did see it at I think maybe Venba, like three something. Um,
Yeah.
Spence, how you like it? I'll give you a rundown real quick, Doug, since you're the person who told me to get my nose on it. I really enjoyed it, man. As far as the back and forth, I actually ended up grabbing Montebaco Intensivo just so I can do, because I did smell it. The first thing when I sprayed it, I smelled Montebaco, and I said that the Night of Love smells more damp. It smells like you're in a forest. It's a little wet, but it's still dry, and the sun's kind of out, and it's drying it up. Um, Very similar to each other. Less ambroxan going on with that one, so more realistic. Whereas the Montebaco Intensivo seems like it was more made in a factory. Um, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they are redundant in a way, but I love the profile so much that I can see myself wanting to smell more of that mountain air and Broxton on the Montebaco Intensivo, and I can see myself wanting to smell like Night of Love. It is a beautiful fragrance. I would probably give it, if I were to do a rating, it would be way up there. But Montebaco Intensivo is also one that I said that I would easily rock to a special event. So as far as the two goes for special events, I would say the Montebaco Intensivo would probably be a better look for like if you were going to a wedding, just because it's a little bit more airy with the mountain air thing going for it. But as far as fragrances go, man, I could see myself killing that Tobacco Intensivo bottle and getting a backup, and I could definitely see myself getting a backup of Night of Love. It is a beautiful fragrance, and the side by side is legit. They are really close to each other. So thank you for that one, Duck. Very very glad that I got that. I also checked out Heroin today for the first time from Bodicea. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, powdery, sweet, violet purple frag. And I also checked out Ice Twist today, which is really nice. It's just something that's kind of lighter, and I can't wait to see what this does in the heat. It's got like a raspberry thing going for it. Kind of like raspberry and ocean vibe going on. Also checked out psychedelic for the people that are here for the first time and just popping in. And remember me is another one that I sprayed. And Dan has had some bangers as well. He just checked out well, one of his fragrances he already had, Magnificent. Montclair has been on here, so it's worth taking a look at and seeing the fragrances that we have in our thoughts on them. So definitely replay gang. Shout out to you guys. Make sure when you do watch the replay later on, you hit the thumbs up button and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I thought you were gonna say, you're like, I tried a heroin today for the first time. I didn't need to get more.
Yeah. I can see why they call it that, man. I think it's more like a hero type of thing than it's the narcotic. But shout outs. I can see both of them working. And shout out to Nosy Neighbor. We played your music earlier. It's always nice to have Nosy in the building. Can't wait for Nosy to come back on live, as well as Duck. I need Duck on. I need Joel on. People in the chat. If you guys are ever interested in talking fragrances with me, man, I'm 100% down. There's spots below. If you guys have the link and you're down right now, you can always jump on if you've been on here before. But yeah, I think having Dan on here is nice, man. We kind of go back and forth really well together, and I'm interested to see what he has next. This is the last one, or is this the
This is a surprise one that came in the mail.
The surprise one. Shout outs. Let's go.
So got a package from UPS. I knew it was coming. Blind bought it. Looked at some notes and things. Kind of knew what to expect. But fragrance I got in the mail was from the house of Thomas Kosmala. It's called Star Chaser. Let's see what
Shout
it's.
outs.
So let's open it up and see what we got going on here.
I definitely have heard about this fragrance, and as I said before, I have the Opera L'Amour #4, which is similar
Yeah.
to we already have the Baccarat Extrait, and I also have #10 from the house as well. They have some Danimalic stuff that Nosey's been talking about, some of the darker juices that I'm interested in as well.
Here. Right, that was the box. All right, and here's the bottle. Kind of minimalist, simple, kind of, nothing crazy, which is nice. Sometimes you don't need all the, there's so many clone companies that have these crazy bottles where you're like, I just want something normal.
Yeah.
Okay, smell. Let's do it. Where haven't I sprayed yet? Okay, I can do it here. Okay. All right, 3 sprays should be good.
What up, Sally Sal? Sally in the building. I did. White. We're gonna let you do your thing, and then I'll talk to Sally.
All right, let me pull this up. Okay, it's good. I know what this profile is though, because I have something that smells like this, or a couple things. But this does smell like a more quality version. So if you like fragrances like Lafayette Street and Diesel Plus Plus Masculine, and what else is in that? Dunhill, I think red or blue. One of those is similar. What else is in here? Maybe Nico Sculpture. This is definitely along the lines of Lafayette Streets are spicy. There's definitely Tonka, maybe a bit woody, but clean with a hint of sweetness. Yeah, man, it's good. It's definitely better than the lower end ones. I don't know if it's better than Lafayette, but it might be up there. It's a good quality. I don't know if I should even call it a dupe or inspired by, but it's. I got it around around 85, $88, something right like that. So for 100 ml.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's nice. I enjoy this profile. I don't know. I'm sure you've smelled Lafayette or those mentioned fragrances, correct?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah. So
Nico Sculpture. That's old school right there too, man.
yeah, nice. It's like from the first blast, it's not as synthetic as like Diesel Plus Plus or one of those lower end ones that smell like it. So
Yeah, I heard
it's
good
pretty.
things about this fragrance. I think there's a couple people that have rocked with this one. I think Gems is one of them. Um, as far as main accords go, I'll throw them out there. You can see if you pick up anything, but it looks like it's a woody, marine, aromatic, fresh, fruity, citrus, white floral, green, amber, and salty. Is what they're saying on for Granica.
I don't get a ton of marine, but I never did with the other profile too. But it's definitely fresh. You get the fresh, spicy, a little bit of the floral for sure, the sweet. Yeah, I know there's a popular dupe by Joe Milano from the Game of Spades line, which is called I think Wild Card. But I would say this. I've smelled that one, and it's good. I'd say this is like just a notch above that. So
Nice. And the price point on those is really good. The retail price I think is like 210. We got Terrence Taylor in the building or whatever. Um, nah, you definitely didn't recommend me trash, man. You can keep them coming in the DMs and let me know what you've been getting your nose on. Shout out to you. We got Terrence in the building. What are you rocking today, Terrence? Duck, what are you rocking? Let us know. Once we're done with it, I'm gonna give you like 4 or 5 more minutes to just go over the fragrance or whatever, or if you're done with it. But looks like we're looking at Neroli, C notes, green apple on the top, dry woods, tonka bean, and a base of sandalwood and labdanno.
yeah, the apple's definitely there's a freshness. I don't get like a distinct green apple or whatever apple it's supposed to be, but I'm sure that's the tinge of maybe fruitiness and airness that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it'd be an apple that's in some aquatic scent or something, but it's there.
From what I've smelled from the house, they push. They are synthetic. They push So if you're looking for something that kind of will work very well with the heat, I would say that it's a good house to check out. And like Nosy said, told me before, they have some stuff that's a little darker. Um, I think we should do a rundown real quick for the people that are just here. We'll just grab bottle for bottle of what we talked about, and then we'll shut it down so that people can go to sleep. I talked about some Javois today, Selly. So I know you'd be interested in checking out the replay, and I definitely recommend checking out the replay because we're just gonna go bottle for bottle of what we talked about. We're not gonna rehash them or whatever, but this is what we talked about today. So let's get to that. Get your bottles ready, Dan, and we'll go. I'll go first. Let's go back to both of us real quick. And the first fragrance that I talked about was Boudicca Ice Twist. Like I said, I'm not gonna talk about it right now because we already did. This is Ice Twist from Boudicca.
I have one of them holding this phone up. So shit. Let me see. I don't want it to fall. Let me go. Let me do it like this. So, do you want me to go in order, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, no.
Okay. So Montclair Pour Homme was the first one I talked about too. Very nice, spicy, woody, spicy scent.
And
Do you want to go?
next one I talked about was Heroin from Boudicca.
All right. And the one I talked about after that was actually Papilla Fico. Let me grab that one. That one's holding
No,
this.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. These fellas know what Popular Fico is. They smelled it before they enjoy it. They know what the bottle looks like. So that's your next one. That's cool. Um, I talked about Night of Love. Shout out to Duck. Oh, this here. Your next
Then I
one.
talked about Tribeca from Bond Number 9.
Beautiful. I also talked about Psychedelic from Javoy.
I got the one after that. I got was Blessed Baraka from Initio.
Shout outs. I think Selly has that one for sure. And then I talked about Remember Me. Was another one that I talked about.
All right. And then I talked about Unique Luxury Mangonificent.
Shout outs. I sprayed Montebaco Intensivo because I had to. Because when I sprayed the Night of Love from Boudicca, it reminded me of that. So I wanted to get that side by side going on. And I think that's
And
it, right? Oh, Star Chaser.
but yeah, Star Chaser Thomas Guzmala. Those were
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah. So we talked about some nice things. Next week we'll go over some more. I do want to check out Fire at Will for sure, and I need to get my nose on those fragrance Dubois. I'm excited to rock those. And I'm behind on my wearing experiences, so I'll be fine. There's just fragrances that I've been meaning to spray. You know how it is, where you wake up and you're like, I want to spray this. I haven't tried it yet, but then you wake up thinking you're in a different vibe and you want to smell something different. So yeah,
Really,
man.
that's the hardest thing with a big collection. Like you have something like I have. It's like I'm gonna wear this tomorrow, and especially yours might be a little more accessible. I don't know how you have your setup. I'm sure you can have bottles out. Mine are boxed just because of space. So it's like I always got to plan ahead. But sometimes if I do that, I'm like, damn, I don't want to wear this today. I like it. I just want to do something else. So
Yeah, see the thing is like, I have desk space and all that good stuff. You can see like I got some desk space.
yeah,
But and then I got some space over to the side. I got a bunch of bottles here, and then I got a
yeah,
bunch of bottles, obviously in my case and all that good stuff. But I have to get up to go get those. So a lot of times I'll just put somebody else on screen, or I'll hit them with the "be right back" or whatever it takes to grab that bottle so that I can talk about it because it just makes sense during the conversation. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, man. That's the big collection struggle.
yeah. So this is your Instagram here off to the side. If you guys are interested in reaching out to Dan and talking to him about some fragrances, I'm 100% sure that he'll be back to the channel because he's mafia, and that's what we do. We support, and I love having him on, man. Shout outs. Hopefully, like I said, we can make this a normal thing when you get time because it just feels right.
Oh yeah, man. It's always a pleasure. It's always nice because we got the passion for it, but it's nice to talk about it and be able to enjoy
Get
the
the smoke
hobby.
back.
it's like any hobby. You're not like there's not very many self hobbies that I know of. A lot of people, like are part of some communities. So
Let's see. Doug said he layered Mula Mula, beautiful fragrance, with gentle fluidity silver. Just trying something. Travel to Cincinnati. That's a crazy mix right there, man. Yeah, that Mula Mula is a tough wear, man. That thing pushes and everything. Have you tried fluidity silver?
I have.
MFK?
I smelled that not too long ago. It was one of the few MFKs where I was like, you see something around for a while, especially on discounters, and I kind of just blow past it because you just haven't smelled it, so it's hard to have interest in every single thing. When I smelled it, I was like, oh, I get it, and I'd actually purchase that at some point probably. So I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Haven't
I see
though.
Gian Hernandez talking about what Mula Mula is. There's different versions of Mula Mula. They got that caramel thing going on for them. Let's pull it up for Gian real quick. Let's do guest share and let's pull up Mula Mula. Beautiful bottles as well. I wish they made bigger bottles, but they are beautiful. They even their smaller bottles look beautiful. So there's different versions. Like I said, this is Mula Mula right here. There's that caramel note that we're talking about. So this particular one, looking at it, you got caramel, peach, strawberry, raspberry, ginger, pink pepper, labdanum, vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. And then if we go back, let's put in Mula Mula again. And they even have like a special edition one. So this is extreme right here. A double caramel shot's really nice too. Got a lot of extra caramel in it. So this one right here is extreme. This one has strawberry, cherry, raspberry, caramel, ginger, rose bay, willow herb, oud, vanilla, patchouli, and sandalwood. And then there's another version. You know what? They have a couple more too from the brand of Byron, Mula Mula. Um, some interesting ones. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. Olfactory. Um, if we go to home, let's go to full catalog, and then we'll go to search by new, best selling. We're just gonna go to new to old. It should pull up on the third page, I believe. Maybe fourth. Let's pull it up. So so the brand has some different ones that I'm interested in. Looks like the size is a 75 ml, so not too small. But I think it's definitely worth checking out, man. Bottles run about $200 typically. And I'm definitely interested in getting my nose in some of them. What about you, Dan? Have you been interested in the brand at all?
I've definitely heard of Mula Mula. I mean, or Byron Parfums, and Mula Mula is like their main, like I think that's their main one,
The
the
main
flagship.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I got it from years ago. And when you hear new fragrances introduced, you're like, well, don't know much about it, but over time it gains traction, and more people talk about it, and then you're like, okay, but yeah, I'd be
That's a
interested to
cool
see more.
bottle. The Art Deco version. That's a cool bottle. You won't be able to see what you have left in your fragrance, but shout outs. He said he got the blue bottles, had it for some years. Shout out Maybelline. Panda, panda, panda. We're gonna shut it down or whatever. But yeah, Mula Mula is definitely one that you should get your nose on. And then he rocked that with Gentle Fluidity Silver. I would say that'd be one that you get your nose on first if you haven't smelled it. It's different. And you could definitely overspray that one, and it'll trick you to think that you could just spray up, and then you might be like, "Ah, I did too much today." Definitely one of those fragrances. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully, you guys like the live stream. And welcome Dan back next time and all that good stuff. Like I said, his information is here for his Instagram. If you guys want to give him a follow, whatever. Do you post on Instagram at all, or?
I don't post fragrance stuff just because I don't know. I was thinking that maybe I'll create a separate one just if I do fragrances, so I can just like do daily things. But that'll kind of come in. Kind of the idea with like if I do ever get a channel. So maybe soon, so I can kind of. It's nice to share and get people involved in what you like doing too. So maybe.
Shout out to Selly. Yeah, he memorized the site. That shows you, man, I got a problem, man. We all got a problem. But, problems are good when you have problems with other people because they'll put you on game to some beautiful fragrances. I think everybody who always shares what their experiences is with fragrance, and if you ever feel like you want to come up and talk some fragrances, this is a good spot to do it. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, Dan, for coming. This is where you say your goodbyes and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Always. That's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on.
But it's that time to go, yeah, yeah. See ya when I see ya. It's been real, it's time to leave ya. Hit that like up on the way out. Shit was nice, it's time to break out. Time to relax, it's time to lay out. But before the song plays out, don't let the door hit you on the way now. More frat content is bound, break out. And I'll be here to talk it out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Peace chat, not so famous. Live stream is over for now, but never done. Shout out to the real ones, the day ones, and the subs. Goodbye and good night. More frat content is bound, break out. And I'll be here to talk it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Peace chat, not so famous. Live stream is over for now, but never done. Shout out to the real ones, the day ones, and the subs. Goodbye and good night.